One of the best things about having these unscheduled or unplanned workouts is that I get to experiment. I get to mess around and goof off a little bit, not really trying to train super hard, just really, I guess, what you would call an active recovery day. And kind of what I wanted to focus on was kind of back exercises, stuff to improve my bench, upper back tightness. And I was thinking using a kettlebell would be better because the dumbbell wouldn't get much in my way and I would be able to get a little bit wider range of motion. I kept the weight light because I wanted to see if I can get my shoulder blade all the way back. And kind of compare that with a heavy weight. Sure, I can get like a 100-pound dumbbell and just row the shit out of it, but it kind of defeats the purpose of what I'm trying to do, and that's trying to feel that upper back tightness, those rhomboids and those scapular blades come together and just clamp down super tight, kind of getting like a pause rep, the ones that Johnny Candido recommended in some of his videos. But I'm not a big fan of pause reps because I just don't like them. I mean, to be totally honest, just don't like doing them. So I'm just trying to kind of feel like what I need to feel in the bench. So I'm trying to simulate the movement. So then as I was doing these rows, I came up with the idea. I was like, why not I just do a double row? So I figure, why not grab a second kettlebell and do some double rows? And what you'll see here in a moment is me doing that. And kind of what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to get the sensation of what it feels like. You can see me bending my elbows here because a lot of the time when it comes to powerlifting and building strength, you're trying to feel the right sensations. And the right sensations is basically feeling those shoulder blades come together and get really, really tight. So you can kind of see me mess around with bending my elbow or just moving my shoulder blades or doing sort of a shrug type movement, and then I get a box to sit on to see if I can do a seated shrug. And I think this is actually a pretty good exercise. I wouldn't necessarily use it as like a heavy exercise to do a ton of reps or a ton of weight, but I would use it as a way to kind of maybe just activate the muscle, sort of as a warm-up maybe as a light accessory work, just so that you can kind of feel what you're supposed to feel on the bench, that really tight upper back tightness. And I'm kind of messing with my neck and head position, you kind of saw earlier, just so that I can kind of feel what it should feel like when I pinch my shoulder blades together. So what I do is I grab some 10-pound dumbbells and compare that to the 35-pound kettlebells, and what I notice, I don't know if you can tell, I can get my shoulder blades a lot tighter back and get my traps further down and back. And I feel like that there's a little bit more room back there. So I feel like the heavier the weight, the problem I'm having is keeping everything tight. So here, I don't think I'm even holding any weight here. I dropped the plates, the 10-pound plates, and just use my arms because I'm trying to get a reference point for how tight it feels with resistance and then without resistance. And I think what I'm realizing is that what you need to do is you need to be able to get the ideal carryover. In order to get the ideal carryover, you need to know exactly what to feel. And a lot of this comes from not just strengthening, but just really practicing the exact movement. And that's what I need to do. That's why I need to bench more. But anyways, on this day, I got a bench day coming up in 2 days from this video that I'm posting or this workout that I'm recording. And what I'm doing, I'm just trying to, again, so you see me here messing with my head and neck, trying to pull my head back so I can position myself as if I was on a bench, so that way I can kind of pretend like my neck is flat against there, and that's what I'm doing. So maybe this is something you can try. I don't know if you guys have ever done seated shrugs. And I think for bench pressing, I think there's actually some value there. And then I do some bent over rows, some wide bar, and I think wide bar bent over rows is good as an accessory because you pull it to the exact point where you're going to actually bench. So just some thoughts. Thanks for watching. If you do any of these exercises or have done them in the past, if they've helped you, please let me know. I'm just kind of curious. And I'll see you guys on the next video.